Hello everyone, I am going through it today. There is probably an echo in whatever, I don't care. I'm in the bathroom, I'm going through it. I'm gonna dye my hair black. So I did dye my hair a few weeks ago. You can't tell, it did absolutely nothing. It smelled like wet dog. It was disgusting. It was this brand called Herbitin. It was from like a health food vegan store. That was my first mistake. A health food vegan store. Shop, we're not American, whatever. It was gross, it smelled bad, it did nothing to my hair. So this instead I've got, right, this is vegan, cruelty free, Lunatide's hair dye. I've already done a patch test, I did this weeks ago, I've been putting this off actually. Wash and towel dry hair, I'm not going to do that. Apply evenly with tint brush, leave on 35 minutes, rinse with cold water without shampoo. Okay. So this should come out black, but also kind of a little bit purple or blue. I'm not going to use any sort of technique. I'm just going to smash it all on. I don't care today. I'm already getting stuff everywhere. I can't see. This is already a disaster. I'm going to pretend I know how to do this properly. Listen, hairdressers aren't going to be open until April, so we do what we can. Also, I'm going through it. I'm not having a good week, I'm having a very bad week. So, the best reaction, instead of to drink or do loads of drugs or even smoke cigarettes, because oh yes, I gave up smoking. I haven't smoked for about 4 months now, at all. Not that, I don't want anyone to hear that and be like, oh, I wasn't smoking a pack a day or anything. I was literally down to about 2 cigarettes a month anyway. So I finally gave up those final 2. But instead of doing all that, just gonna dye my hair black for the emo inside of me. I don't know if I'm doing this properly, but I also don't care. You know, in England, our Prime Minister announced how he's going to get us out of lockdown over the coming months, and I love how optimistic people are being, that they are booking holidays. Love that optimism. Wonder what it's like to have optimism in life. Let's have a chat, let's have a little catch up. Let's not talk about the bad things. I sound really flippant, but that's just how I deal with things. I like sounding flippant, otherwise I'll just cry. How am I going to use this for this lot of hair? So I've been playing a game non-stop for the past week. I want to say longer than the past week because I've already done like over 40 hours. But it's called Nier Automata. I might do a whole review on a game because it's just, oh my god. The gameplay, the music, the story. I love a good hack and slash. It's literally a hack and slash. It's fantastic, so I've been playing that non-stop. I've already completed it, mate. Got all 5 of the main endings. Got almost all of the joke endings bar 1. So I might do an actual review of it because it's just been transformative, life-changing, beautiful. Oh, the music, so good. It's by Square Enix, so there you go. That's why the music is fantastic. This, I'm bored already. This is too much. This already smells so much better than the other one. The other one was disgusting. Even after I shampooed my hair. Is this a look? Look at this hairline. Look at that! That's why I need Botox. I don't care anymore. I'm going to become an android to fight the aging process. It seems like the only way. That seems like actually the most logical step. But I'm worried about androids, I'm worried about robots. Like, thinking of the future, Nier Automata is about it's about androids in the future. By the way, in case you're wondering, for the sudden, well, it's not really a topic change, it's a nice transition. I worry about this stuff. I sit here and I worry about the future. I'm genuinely scared. Because, you know, if climate change doesn't get us, and if we don't have a nuclear war and blow each other up, and if we don't have a false flag alien UFO invasion by our own governments, right, as a way to implement martial law across I'm gonna get flagged by YouTube for conspiracy. I'm just putting out suggestions, right? If that all doesn't happen, then what if we have androids in the future and then they kill us? Because look, people are already designing robots just to have sex with them. If we have androids in my lifetime, you can bet that I'm going to be one of those people that's going to be marching like robots need rights, they need rights. Like, if they're conscious, capable of thinking, making their own decisions, then you do not have ownership of certain, because that is life, really. I've been listening to one of Michio Kaku's audiobooks. He's a physicist. He's fantastic. Read Hyperspace, highly recommend, but I'm reading listening to The Future of the Mind. My hand was looking a funny colour, I'm going to get another glove. So yes, anyway, Michio Kaku, The Future of the Mind. Consciousness is put into 3 levels, including level 0. Level 0 is thermostat, i.e. no consciousness at all. Level 1 is very, very basic. Level 0, by thermostat I mean like plants. Plants fall under level 0 consciousness, where there isn't really a consciousness, it's just a series of feedback loops, that's it. And then number 1 consciousness is like fish and reptiles. There's more awareness, their awareness of like the space around them. Number 2 consciousness, which is, I wasn't listening at this bit, so I'm not sure if it was like emotions and self-awareness. That's what animals fall into, because animals are self-aware. You know, there was that parrot, that grey parrot who learned loads of, what's the parrot called? Learned loads of words and then said, "What am I?" and had an existential crisis, me as a parrot. And then number 3 consciousness is humans. Now, if androids are made to be humanoid, which they would be, and they have AI and they're capable of making their own decisions, coming to their own conclusions, blah 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 blah, you can't then have them as like built-in creatures with no autonomy, not creatures but machines with no autonomy just to do your bidding. Can't do it, it's unacceptable. Now here's why I think they would kill us all. We can't even look after each other, like globally. We can't even look after animals. Well, I love animals. People are already trying to make robots just so they can have sex with them. So what about in the future when they can think and feel just like me? Probably just like me, and not just like me, but just like me and you. Probably better than me and you. Because look, the average person, I'm sorry to say, isn't that smart. I don't care anymore, my life is shit. I can't keep saying my life is shit because then it'll seem like I'm just being ungrateful about things, but it's not. I'm just going through a grieving process right now. I don't want to talk about it. I'm just worried that humans are just going to want to have sex with robots, because like, why would a robot made of steel want to go anywhere near your fleshy little pee-pee? Why? It'd be disgusting for them, I think. I just don't think it's on. Robots are going to need to have rights. But the ownership of robots, it's all going to be about control. There's this human need to just control everything. And listen, I've read I, Robot by Isaac Asimov. If a robot can think as well as you and I, or even better than you and I, understand more problems, do more maths, built to be physically stronger, you know, maybe to withstand radiation in space if they're sent off on little missions to other planets. I used to say they aren't going to be the superior species on this planet. They will be. And then why are they going to look after us? Especially if people, perverts, are going to be trying to have sex with them all the time. Why would they want to look after us? It's just like, oh, because we created them. So what? The Earth created us and people don't look after the Earth properly. Or the Earth, like, had the right environment for life to flourish is what I mean. But some people are so ungrateful about that. They're like, oh, I don't care if the icebergs melt because it won't happen in my lifetime. And it's like, you have everything. I'm just on a rage here. You have everything because the Earth was in the right conditions for you to have the house, the job, etc., etc. Be a little bit grateful. So how's this tie into robots? Oh yeah, people are just mean. And then the robots will be like, we have no use for these fleshy, inferior, older models of us. Let's just do them in. And then I will cry, because that would be so scary. And it will happen in my lifetime. Scientists think that the first person to live to 1,000 years old has already been born. That person will be me. I'm going to fuse my mind with a machine. But that's the difficult thing. I don't want the machine to be part of any sort of SpaceX or any sort of billionaire playpen, you know? Billionaires are obviously the ones who want to fund this shit because they want to live forever. So anyway, that's been my week. Tragedy and being scared of robots. Being living in constant fear of the future. How's your week been? What have you been up to? Done anything nice? Well, I like this colour better already. I'm gonna have to start making my eyebrows darker to match it. I might just get 2 fingers and start dunking it in. What else has been going on? Oh, the recent chapter of Attack on Titan came out, and for the last 10 chapters, every time a chapter of Attack on Titan has come out, I've had like this overwhelming urge to do a video on it, but most of my audience probably not gonna give a shit about that kind of thing. And the Attack on Titan fan base, right, there are a lot of children, but yeah, I guess that's fair to say because it's an anime and manga, you know, there's a lot of children, right? So my Attack on Titan opinions are quite controversial, which they're allowed to be. It's a manga. It's a story about people that can turn into titans. But it's not real life, it's not serious. People need to really differentiate fiction from the real world. So I tell you, every time an Attack on Titan new chapter comes out, I always go on the subreddits. Shingeki no Kyojin, and well, there's one called Titanfall, which is much better because it's just memes. And I always just find myself annoyed at people on these subreddits because it's like, this manga has been around for about 10 years, so I'm gonna geek out right now. How can you read something like for so long and not get it and not understand the new, it's just frustrating. The amount of people who think that a Lelouch ending, that would be really good. Like, that's not been fucking done before. Like, it wouldn't be a massive cliche. A Lelouch ending. Basically, the new chapter has come out, and I, for the first time, because there's only 2 chapters left yet. Spoilers, by the way. Don't listen to this if you like Attack on Titan and you're not up to date with it. For the first time, I hesitate to say this publicly because I know if there are some Attack on Titan fans out there, I'm gonna get rinsed for this. I'm not feeling that optimistic about the ending coming together in a way that's satisfactory because there's still like a lot to address. I just don't have much faith in it anymore, which it might feel a little bit like I'm jumping the gun, but also I have a fantastic memory. If there are little plot holes or discrepancies with the plot, I'm gonna remember them because my memory is just good for that kind of stuff. It's not even about wanting like a really pessimistic ending or anything like that. It's just, at this point in time, I just want an ending that's going to make sense with the plot, and with 2 chapters left, I don't know how it's going to tie up all neatly. I've looked at it from every single angle. I'm not going to go into spoilers. But I've looked at it from as many angles that I can. Like, the Lelouch ending, that would just be bad. It directly goes against things that were stated in the manga itself. The Lelouch ending doesn't work, right? Because humanity inside the walls, before they realised that there were people outside the walls, they had one common enemy, right? The Titans on the outside of the walls. They were still killing each other and fighting each other inside the walls. So having the one common enemy to unite them all doesn't work. It's not applicable. Also, what annoys me, is when people try to use like real world examples, because there's obviously like some allegories between like World War II and the ghettos in Germany and how Jewish people are treated. There's some allegories between that and how the Eldians are treated by the Malians. You know, they have whole kind of like internment zones where they have to wear like, you know, armbands stating like that they're Eldians, for Christ's sake. So of course there's direct allegories between that and World War II. But when people on the subreddit try and make allegories between like the Attack on Titan universe and our universe, like, oh well, if this didn't happen in real life, then blah blah blah, and it's like that doesn't work. There aren't Titans in real life. There's never been, as far as I know, in our world history, there's never been a case of every nation in the world wanting to attack one island. Never been a case in it. So any real world, like, example you want to pull out of your ass to support your own argument for which ending you think of it, bollocks! I love Attack on Titan so much, I just feel like that I'm right about it. I'm such an idiot. I kind of feel like any ending now, because there's so little time, is going to have like some massive ass pulling, which would just be quite disappointing to something that's been so good. But I don't want to be pessimistic, but I can't help but be pessimistic at the same time. So it's just a lot. My life is so difficult. No, but the only ending I think that wouldn't be an ass pull for me, but then for other people it probably would be, is if Izayama goes down the really esoteric route, which for some people might come out of left field if they've not bothered to look at some of the nuances of Attack on Titan. Again, like, what's the point? Right, I'm gonna stop with that right now, because no doubt it'll get the ire of all of Reddit if I continue. I'm gonna wipe all this stuff off. I think I've managed to saturate as much hair as I can with the dye. I hope so, because I've been putting off doing this for a good like 2 or 3 weeks. So if there are any bits that are still brown, fuck it, it's gonna have to stay. I'm going to go wait for 30 minutes and then what? And then wash it all off, and I'll do my makeup and I'll show you the finished look. Konbanwa, bitches. Here is the finished look. Ish. I didn't bother doing my makeup that much. It's definitely black in real life. Not sure how it's showing up under this lighting, but it's definitely black in real life. The ends were quite light, so I'm glad that they're darkened out. I just like it. It's annoying that, so the last time I went to the hairdressers, when it was still legal to go to the hairdressers, when they were open, believe me, in some parts of the country, they're having illegal hairdresser salons. Like, police are getting called because people are having like undercover black market hair. Like, it's a whole thing in England. It's very funny. My hands, by the way, are disgusting. Yeah, when I got my hair done last, I always say I want it really, really dark brown. And then they're like, yeah, no, but it's a bit jarring. No, fine, I'm going full black. I like it to be harsh. I like it to be jarring. I like it to be like you wouldn't want to talk to me if you saw me in the street. I like it that way. So let me know what you think. I'm very emo again. I like it. I'm happy. Look at this, by the way. Rachel Oates. I received this today in the mail. From Rachel, it's a mini Keanu. So I'm gonna go and eat food and watch Parks and Rec. I hope you've enjoyed this video. This little, not a misadventure for once. I like this. I feel like this went well. I feel like, again, I don't know how it's looking on camera, but in real life, I don't think I missed any major bits. Nothing that catches the eye straight away anyway, so that's all good with me. If you enjoyed this video, remember to like and subscribe. I make new videos whenever I feel like it. Follow me on Instagram. See you guys next time. Bye.